Okay.
So you have a charge of aggravated sexual assault of a child, first-degree felony. Now, before I proceed, do you plan on hiring a lawyer, or would you like the state to provide you with a lawyer?
At the moment, I would like the state to provide me with a lawyer.
Sir, are you presently on parole or probation?
No, sir.
You have any other pending cases?
No.
Now, tell me a little bit about your criminal history, any prior misdemeanors or felonies.
I have a couple domestics. It's pretty one OWI. Things a reckless driving here in this county 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay. All right, Counselor.
Thank you, Judge. Saul, where are you living right now?
I was living in Iowa, in
Okay.
Ames, Iowa.
In Ames, Iowa. And how long have you been there?
I have been there since November.
And your current address, is that also since November?
Yes,
Good. You have family in Ames, Iowa?
yes, I do.
Who's that?
I have a brother in Iowa, or in Ames. Yep.
And you said you're
And
adoptive?
my adoptive parents live 3 hours away in Winfield, Iowa.
Good.
They were a little bit of a support system.
Adoptive grandparents? Is that
No,
what you
it's
said?
adoptive parents.
Adoptive
my,
parents?
parents.
Okay. And are you working?
I was. I'm not sure of my status of right now.
Where was that work? Where were you working at?
I was working at LOF Express doing basic car preventative maintenance and oil changes.
And how long have you been there?
I have been there since mid-December.
Okay, Judge just asked for a fair and reasonable bond for Saul's case. Thank you.
In this case, sir, your bond is set at $40,000. Now, there are some conditions on your bond. There's a victim in this case. No direct or indirect communication or contact with the victim. Also, you cannot go within 200 yards of any residence, school, or location that's frequented by the victim. Also, you have a daily curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Also, within 72 hours of release, you're ordered to pay a GPS device and pay all associated costs with that device. Now, do you have any questions for me?
Not at the moment, no.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you have a bond surrender possession of a controlled substance over 4 grams, but under 200. This is a warrant out of the 108th District Court. Now, before I proceed, do you plan on hiring a lawyer, or would you like the state to provide you with the lawyer?
I've got a lawyer, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes, sir, right here. Here.
Is it court appointed?
Yes. Yes, I have a court-appointed lawyer, Your Honor.
Are you presently on parole or probation?
No, sir. No, not at all.
You have any other pending cases?
No, sir. I've been out on this bond for over 2 years.
Okay.
And so the surrender part is, anyway.
Okay. Counselor?
Mr. Brown, how long have you lived in Amarillo?
Over 30 years.
Okay. And you also have family here?
Yes, sir, I do.
Who's that?
I have Linda Ray.
Who's that? Your
My mom,
mom?
yes, sir.
Okay.
And also I have my brother Richard Shane Brown.
Okay.
And I have Tommy Henley's my uncle.
Are you working anywhere?
I'm self-employed, yes, sir.
What do you do?
I've been restoring hot rods and antiques, motorcycles and stuff.
Good.
Have a shop on 7th Street.
How long have you done that?
For about the last 10 years.
You? Judge just asked for a fair and reasonable bond for Mr. Brown.
Okay. Mr. Brown, in this case, your bond is set at $7,500. Now, do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir. I was wondering if I could qualify for a PR bond. I've been out on this bond for 2 years.
Okay. No, that don't meet, you don't meet the criteria for a personal bond. This is a bond surrender.
Right, yes, sir. So
Any other questions for me?
can I get my same bond amount, 3,500?
So no, after 90 days, you can petition to have it lowered.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
How are you today, Your Honor?
Doing fine, sir. You have a robbery, second-degree felony. Now, before I proceed, do you plan on hiring a lawyer, or would you like the state to provide you with a lawyer?
I would like the state to provide me with a lawyer.
Are you presently on parole or probation?
No, sir.
Any other pending cases?
Yes, sir.
What other cases you have pending?
I have a domestic charge out of Randall County.
Okay, counselor?
Timothy, you said you were born and raised in Amarillo, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you have family that is local to Amarillo?
Mom and my kids,
Okay, how many kids do you have?
2,
Boys or girls?
both boy and a girl.
Okay, what are their ages?
My daughter's 14, my son's 7.
Okay. Are you working?
I've worked the last 9 years up until the other day when they put me on the news. I lost my job.
Okay, you were working at a tree service place,
Yes,
is
sir.
that right? For the last 9 years,
The last
right?
9 years.
Okay.
Not a day I've missed.
And, I mean, are you currently homeless right now?
Well, the
You're-
domestic charge kind of messed up everything that was going on at home.
You staying with some friends, you
I've been
said?
staying at my mom's, I've been staying at my buddy's house.
Okay.
I just need to
Judge?
get out and get back to work, man, really.
Judge just asked, for a fair and reasonable bond for Mr. Thompson.
So Thompson, in this case, your bond is set at $7,500.
Thank you, sir.
You have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Mr. Cruz, you have three charges of assault on hospital personnel,
Yes, sir. Due to
third
some,
degree felonies. Now, before I
Oh, yeah.
proceed, do you plan on hiring a lawyer, or would you like the state to provide you with the lawyer?
Do you want a lawyer? Do you need a lawyer?
yes, I need a lawyer. Yeah, I need a lawyer.
Court appointed, please, Judge.
Are you presently on parole or probation?
No, sir.
You have any other pending cases?
No, sir.
Counselor?
Mr. Cruz, are you from Amarillo?
Yes, sir.
Have you been here your whole life?
Yes, sir.
And you have family in Amarillo?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Who's that? Your mom?
Yep.
Who else?
My mom, my mom, my other aunt, my other tia, and then my uncle, and then a couple more relatives.
Okay, and the last place you worked is.
Case, sir, your bond is set at $2,500 each charge. Now, do you have any questions for me?
No, sir. I got no questions.
you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Johnny Moore. Mr. Moore, you have a possession of a controlled substance under 1 gram state jail felony. Now, before I proceed, do you plan on hiring a lawyer, or would you like the state to provide you with a lawyer?
If I could get a lawyer, that would help. If I
Oh.
could get a lawyer,
Public defender, please, Judge.
yes.
Counselor?
Mr. Moore, how long have you lived in Amarillo?
Pretty much all my life.
All your life? Okay. You said you were born in Dallas, is that
Dallas.
right?
Right.
All right. Said you have a cousin that lives local in Amarillo, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And are you on disability?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, what, you're on disability from what?
I burnt my lungs in a chemical with Xerox.
Okay, so
chemical.
you were hurt on your job, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Judge, just ask for a fair and reasonable bond for Johnny's case.
On this case here, sir, your bond is set at $2,500. Do you have any questions for me?
Not really.
All right, thank you, sir. Ma'am, you have a probation violation, burglary of a habitation with intent of another felony, first degree felony. Now, before I proceed, do you plan on hiring a lawyer, or would you like the state to provide you with the lawyer?
I would like the court appointed for now.
There's no bond set in this case, ma'am. You got to go back before Judge Stephen Denny to get your bond set. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir, but why is it that I have to appear in front of a different judge for a bond?
Well, that's the judge who has jurisdiction over your case. They're out of the 320th District Court, so he's the only one that can set your bond on this probation violation.
Was he the one that set the bond when I was in Kirk County?
That I don't know, ma'am. I don't know if he was the one or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, when
All
will
right.
I be able to see him?
That I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with his docket, ma'am, so I couldn't answer that question either.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you,
Uh,
Judge.
Grayson Young,
Runner.
good afternoon, sir. You have a charge here, driving while intoxicated, Class B misdemeanor. Now, before I proceed, do you plan on hiring a lawyer, or would you like to stay to provide you with the lawyer?
Tell me, I mean, do you have money to hire one or do you need one appointed?
I would, what would your advice be?
No, if you have money to hire one, but if not,
Oh.
ask him for court appointed.
I would like a court appointed, Your Honor.
Counselor?
Mr. Young, are you from Amarillo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you've been here basically your whole life?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
With the exception of the time I spent.
okay, we'll talk about that. Your current address, how long have you been there?
8 years.
Okay, and you're an Army vet, is that right?
Yes, sir.
You were in for how long?
8 years.
Okay, and you have family that is local to Amarillo as well.
Yes, sir.
Who's that, your mom?
My mom, dad, and brother.
Okay, and you're not working right now, you said, but are you
I
looking for a
am.
job?
Well, I do have a job lined up on Saturday.
Okay.
I'm waiting to interview for another position
Okay.
sometime either this week or next week.
And if the judge was to offer you fair and reasonable bond, would you promise the judge that you would keep track of your court dates and not
Absolutely.
miss any court dates?
Absolutely.
Okay. Judge, just ask for a fair and reasonable bond for Mr. Young, and if a personal bond was available. Thank you.
On this case, sir, your bond is set at $3,000. Now, there are some conditions on your bond. Don't enter into any bars, clubs, or cocktail lounges, no consumption of alcohol, and you have a daily curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Any questions for me?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Pending my my drill.
So,
I did have a question about like if I would since I'm in the reserves currently, if I could go to drill.
they're not gonna let you have to do that, I'm sure.
Oh.
When is that coming up?
July. I'd have to.
You can bond out for $300 through a bond company.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
So you have a Class B misdemeanor. Can you afford a lawyer, sir?
Judge, can you put us down for court appointed?
Okay.
And you know, while I'm thinking about it, maybe a 1622 request as well.
I've seen him before on a number of occasions. I'm pretty sure he's been assessed.
Okay.
Sir, in this case here, your bond is set at $750. Now make that a personal bond. You'll be released today with a promise to appear in court. Deputy is going to give you some instructions. It's imperative that you follow those instructions to make your next court date. Now, do you have any questions for me?
Questions, Bart?
Thank you.
Okay.
Patrick Chambless.
Okay.
So you have a criminal trespass, Class B misdemeanor. I'm pretty sure you cannot afford an attorney. So your bond is set at $750. Now make that a personal bond. You'll be released today with a promise to appear in court. Deputy is going to give you some instructions. It's imperative that you follow those instructions to make your next court date. Now, do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
Thank you.
So follow that. Every week, call that number. Or
Yes, sir.
So you have a probation violation, driving while intoxicated, your second offense. Now, before I proceed, do you plan on hiring a lawyer, or would you like the state to provide you with the lawyer?
I'd like the state to appoint me a lawyer. If possible.
Okay, on this case here, sir, there's no bond set in this case. You're gonna have to go back before the judge out of County Court of Law 1 to get your bond set. Any questions for me?
Oh, okay. No,
All right, thank you.
thank you.
Angela Eubanks.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you have a bond surrender, possession of a controlled substance under 1 gram, which is a warrant out of Moore County. Now, before I proceed, do you plan on hiring a lawyer? Or would you like the state to provide you with the lawyer?
Yes, sir, please, the state to provide me with a lawyer.
Okay, ma'am, there's no bond set in this case. You'll be transported back to Moore County.
Yes, sir.
You have any questions for me?
I don't believe so.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.